See anything?
Nope. So, what are we doing out here anyway?
You know exactly where we're out here.
Well, I know what we're told. Scan for preliminary data regarding possible colonization in the future.
So what's your problem?
Any colonization that occurs will be a century down the road. Maybe 2 centuries. Any data we collect will be obsolete by the time it comes of use.
I think Dr. North would disagree.
I don't care whether Dr. North agrees or disagrees. He stays cooped up in a laboratory all day. Any information he gets his hands on will be interpreted through ideal laboratory lenses. Nothing will actually be of any use when it comes to be put into practice. Biochemistry. What does that have to do with astronomy?
That's hardly our concern. We're getting paid for this, remember?
I know. It's great money. I just can't stand being cooped up on a rocket ship for 6 months, away from all civilization, just so some guy on Earth can play with the data.
Oh, you know, you did apply for this job.
Don't remind me. I don't know what I was thinking since signing a 6-year contract. When I get back home, I'm gonna march right up to that doctor and tell him...
What in the world was that?
I don't know. There's some sort of odd radiation on the planet's surface. Sensors can't quite decide what it is.
Well, looks like we lost it.
We could replay the sensor logs, find out exactly where on the surface it was.
Yeah, but what does that get us?
Well, possibly a promotion, or take it off this bucket before a term expires.
Yeah, okay, that's a good idea. We're gonna have to investigate in person, though. You know that, right?
I'll go get the shuttle ready. Let me know as soon as you have the location pinpointed.
Will do.
Hello, Dr. Greenson here. No, I'm afraid I'm quite busy at the moment. No, I don't care how much you need me. No, last time I worked for you guys, I wound up getting stiffed over $10,000. No, I wouldn't believe a guarantee. What would make me believe that you would honor it? A dilithium processing unit? I thought those were illegal. Or do I hear a bribe here? Yes, I'll come check out what you want, but I only have one request. Minimal agents. I'm sure you'll have someone or another looking over my shoulder, but I only want one. Yeah, I'll be there in a few days.
So Troy, you ready for summer camp this summer?
Of course! Yeah, this is the world.
You're just hoping that Ruth is gonna be there.
Get out of here.
I'm right, aren't I? You haven't been able to stop thinking about her since the last concert. What was it? A month ago? 2 months ago?
A month and a half. And she has no bearing on whether or not I go. Okay, maybe a slight bearing. But that's beside the point.
Is it?
Wait, would you just leave us alone?
All right. Hey, you'll come over to my house and play video games?
Not today. I've got to be at a baseball game in about an hour. I could come over tomorrow, though.
Sounds great. 7?
Sounds good to me. Hey, you know, I'm gonna beat you this time.
Yeah, right. You've been saying that for years.
Yeah, but I've been practicing. A little, not much.
I'd like to see you try.
Hey, how's the electron flow rate look?
Looks good to me.
Good. Increase the flow rate a little bit.
I thought I was a theoretical physicist around here. You're just the guy that studies chemistry.
Biochemistry, to be precise.
So why are you giving orders?
Because neither one of us knows anything about this, so we're equally in the dark here. Also, I'm the one in charge of this bio-ray reconnaissance mission that found this thing in the first place. I'm also on the council, so I get to give the orders.
Sure, I see logic in there somewhere. Just not sure where.
Deal with it. Oh, this looks odd.
Should I shut off the electrons?
No, not yet. Come here, take a look.
What in the world?
If I had to make a guess, I say that this isn't from our world. This doesn't make sense. Even figuring an added spatial dimension, we're getting far more return than we're putting in. This doesn't happen in our nature.
As I said before, this thing could open up possibilities we haven't even imagined yet.
Perhaps. Let's try something. Increase the electron flow rate.
Is that such a good idea?
Probably not. Just do it. Dr. Greason, get over here and put those glasses on.
Is that what I think it is?
I'd say so.
What is that?
Nothing. Not yet. Dr. Greason, let's have some fun. Change the electron flow over to a positron flow.
Sir, the electrons are keeping it within its current boundaries. The positrons could cause it to expand.
I know. Think about what we just saw. Think of the possibilities.
Think of the risks.
If you don't push that button, I will.
Fine. Ready?
I think so. Ready.
What was that?
Progress.
I don't like it one bit. They know something they're not telling us. I don't know what. All I know is that they looked into the sphere, saw something, tried to blow the thing up, and haven't said a word since. Yes, I'd say that's cause for concern. Before, they would hold their intellect above me. Now they haven't said a word. I know how much it could help us, but I also know how much it could hurt us. These men aren't normal. They're unstable. Yes, sir. I'll continue to keep an eye on them and report back to you. I would like to formally lodge a protest, though. If anything happens, I take no responsibility.
Do you feel different?
I'd say that.
You know, I feel like I finally understand this thing.
I feel the same way. Apparently exposure to the fourth dimensional radiation is more, shall we say, impacting than we thought.
The knowledge of how to work this, we could take over the world.
You're proposing what I think you're proposing?
You know, that would depend entirely upon what it is you're thinking. However, given the nature of this conversation, I would say that there's a high likelihood.
What would you propose to achieve world domination?
You know, an all-out assault would be pretty dramatic, but probably high costly and uncertainty in the long run.
My thoughts exactly. Tell me, have you ever read the Bible?
Yeah, only as much as my high school teacher made me.
Be that as may, you probably know the story of Noah.
Yeah, something about a worldwide flood and this guy survives aboard an ark, but it's completely fictitious if you ask me.
A colleague of mine is a noteworthy creationist and has presented several arguments favoring the literal creation, literal six-day creation. If that story is right, we may be able to...
Hold that thought. You two are insane, plotting to take over the world. You two must have the most diverse skill sets of anyone on the planet.
Please, don't make a mistake here. We can cut you in if you like.
No, thank you. I try to only play with power that I can control. You two are gonna come with me or face the consequences.
What did you just do?
I don't know. It was like an instinct. When I touched him, I could see his DNA. I could bend it around, shape it, and alter it, and that much of a thought. I knew exactly what I had to do to him, and I did it.
You can control it, right?
Of course, I think. But there's no reason to be afraid. I won't attack you. You're far too valuable to my plans.
I see. Well, you grab the hypersphere, I'll grab the equipment. We obviously can't stay here. You're gonna notice when that agent there doesn't show up for work.
Beat me again. How do you always do that?
Practice.
Practice. Well, not having a life.
I have a great life. Got a dog, got a car. That's like 2 things you don't have. Hey, you wanna go get something to eat?
Have you ever wished you were something more?
More? Like what?
I don't know. Like, celebrity or superhero.
Celebrity? No. Too many people involved. I did want to be a superhero once, though, to beat up the school bully.
Daniel? What's he doing these days?
Well, last I heard, he dropped out of school. That's not the point, though. The point is, ever since I had Christ, I don't need any other superheroes.
Yeah. You're also the cool one, though. I mean, you're the one with the car. You're the cool one.
Do I detect a note of jealousy there?
Probably more than just a note, all things considered. It's just going through high school unnoticed. I wish I could do something, be something, make the other students sit up and take notice.
Can I give you some advice? Don't worry about what other people think. In the long run, it's only one opinion that matters.
Yeah, I know. Doesn't make things any easier, though.
It doesn't have to make things easier. That's simply the way things are. Hey, you up for round 2?
Yeah, sure. Why not? Freeze!
This right here is your new home, boys. I suggest you get used to it. Walls are made of steel, windows are made of bulletproof glass, the vents are too small for you to crawl through, and there's 15 armed guards with itchy trigger fingers.
Do we get room service? Now we have to get out of here before we can take over the world.
Let me think! I've been trained in this cloak and dagger business.
I doubt altering the DNA is going to help us any in this place. I don't suppose you've had any indication about your abilities.
Now so you know. Think. We can pretend one of us is dying and rush the guard.
They won't fall for it. They'll watch any television.
We can pretend to have remote control of the sphere. We can threaten we're going to remotely destroy the capital.
No, it's not going to work either. They probably already know that we intended to do that anyways. And telling them it would only get us shot faster.
What out?
So does that mean you can do something?
I don't know. Does it seem a little brighter in here to you?
Not really.
Yes, it is. It's definitely brighter. I can't stand it. Hi! Hi, where?
So you can become invisible.
Not exactly. I became dark. Matter was nothing. It's strange.
I see. Okay, well, I don't. But can you use it to escape?
I think so, but I won't be able to get you out.
That's fine. I have the knowledge of how to alter the positron stream, so we'll be able to deal with it. You have to come back to me.
Deal. I'll go grab the hypersphere and start setting up in our secondary lab. You know where it is. If you escape, good. If not, I'll be back shortly.
So this is it. Yep, whatever it is, reportedly, it made the 2 scientists that were studying it go insane. I'd be careful with it. No problems there. Do you know what they're gonna do to it? They want it sent back to Base 37 for more testing. Not the smartest move, in my opinion, but what do I know? If you want my opinion, they should just send it back to space where it belongs. Your opinion doesn't matter in the scheme of the government. Tell me about it. Take it up to the truck. They'll take it from here.
I don't get you. There is no way you can beat me that much.
Apparently there is, because I just did.
I don't see why I get bothered to come over here. Sticky every time.
You like the company.
Tolerate it at least.
Either way, you keep coming back, and that should tell you something.
Yeah, sure. Hey, do you need Dr. Pepper?
I don't know. Let's check. Nope. We can go get some, though.
No, it's not that big of a deal.
No, let's go. The gas station's only a few blocks away, and I can use the exercise.
Alright.
Hello? What? You're joking. No, I have their cell phone numbers. I'll let them know. What's wrong? Dr. Greenson escaped. How? That facility was state of the art. Doesn't matter. What matters is that he's going to try to regain access to it, and the agents that are in charge of the hypersphere are going to be in danger.
Let's go back to my house. I'll report it missing tomorrow morning.
Okay.
You get a hold of the other agents? Nope, just their voicemails, which mean if Dr. Greenson is after them, they'll be defenseless. He doesn't know the hypersphere isn't here.
He does now.
Hey, you up there!
What do you want?
I'm not hungry.
Come on. Back away from the door.
Well, thank you. I'm not entirely sure you're welcome. And don't worry, you'll have your own body and DNA back in a few hours. But until then, why don't you think about how you were outsmarted by a disease? And don't call me Dr. North anymore. I've grown far beyond that. I think if I'm going to be taking over this world, I need to be known as something more catchy, far more catchy. Pathogen. Yes, pathogen. I quite like that. Well, good day, sir.
Oh, man.
It's about time you showed up. Do you have it?
Have what?
The hypersphere. I assume that's why the agents didn't have it.
The agents lost it?
Apparently so, if you didn't get it. When I caught up with them, the agent just kept saying, I don't have it. So that means someone else grabbed it first.
And what do we do now then? If anybody else figures out how to use it, we're gonna be sunk.
Right. How did the astronauts find it in the first place?
I'm not entirely sure. I didn't think it'd be important at the time.
Something tells me they didn't run their ship into it. We have to know how to find it. You go back to the lab and find that file. I'll set up my equipment. Once we know how to find it, we can isolate where it might be.
If the place is crawling with agents.
I don't care. Just put a virus in the air duct and turn them all into sheep or something. Just find that file.
Fine, I'll go.
Hurry it up, people. If you don't find that sphere, you're all fired. I don't even know what I'm looking at. I would figure it out if I were you. That thing has the power of a loose nuclear warhead in the wrong hands. And there's no telling what might happen. I'm trying to. You need a degree in computer science to even begin to understand all this coding. Reports say that it was located by chromaton radiation. Try looking for something that looks like that. Here's something that looks like that. At least I think it might be. No, I'm afraid that isn't it. Hey, do you mind if I go get some fresh air? Fine by me.
Can you believe this? Now
almost any electric or computerized device could have been touching it. Nothing like this has ever been recorded in history.
I know. This is the answer to my problem.
What problem?
Look, I can alter the fabric of space and time. Now, people will have to sit up and take notice of me.
I thought we already went through this.
Look, we did, but things have changed. Look what I can do. You still have the thing, don't you?
Yes, I still have it. That's not the issue, though. Nothing's changed. Sure, you can bend space, time, whatever, but you're still human. And until that changes, you still need Jesus in your life.
Yeah, whatever. So can I see it?
Yeah, right this way.
I don't have time for this.
What just happened?
You were unconscious.
I know that. What did I do to become unconscious?
Some guy came in and took the hypersphere. You went berserk. Anyway, you wound up on the floor half dead. I am curious though how you survived the bullet.
Oh, the bullets. I remember now. I just made my skin thicker to the point that the bullets ran out of steam before they hit anything vital.
Well, now that thing is in the hands of someone far more powerful than us, and we
have to find it.
What? Are you crazy? Nothing material is worth sacrificing your life for.
That thing is, but when I'm near it, I feel...
Just stop. Just stop. Okay? Listen, that's not important right now. What you need to do is...
Freeze!
We're not through. I will finish this later.
Just come with us.
Oh, so I trust everything went okay on your end?
Not exactly. Thing went off again. A couple more people have powers now too.
People who could potentially be useful to us?
Not a chance. One's a psycho over the hypersphere and the other's a do-gooder. Both could pose problems.
You don't think there'll be a potential problem?
Doesn't really matter. One of them can warp space, he could pose problems. The other one can't do anything in a fight. All we need to be is careful and ready.
Good day. Would you like something to drink? We have water or several other kinds of soda.
Sure, I'll take it.
No, look, still the question is, why are we here? We haven't done anything wrong.
I know. Unfortunately, we did. And we're in quite the jam because of it.
What do you mean?
That sphere you had, do you know what it is?
The man who attacked us called it a hypersphere. We know it gives powers, but other than that, I'm afraid we're in the dark.
It doesn't really give powers. As far as we can tell from the two scientists' logs, it emits fourth-dimensional radiation that can manifest itself in the form of what seems to be powers. In reality, in another dimension, what you two can do would seem perfectly normal.
Wait a minute, I've read something like this in a scientific journal I used to subscribe to.
The existence of hyperspheres has been theorized for quite some time, but never confirmed until now. When it was found, these two men were set to work on it, named Dr. North and Dr. Greenson. Now they go by Pathogen and Shadow, respectively. Nothing we have is going to touch them, not now.
What makes you so sure?
They escaped from a maximum security prison with no apparent troubles. Not even our very best trained escapees could get out of that place. Since then, they've been responsible for the deaths of 7 agents and the hospitalization of several more. They must be stopped.
Then go stop them.
They can't. I think we're supposed to be picking up on something.
Exactly. They plan on nothing less than world domination. As of right now, they're going to succeed. The world as we know it will come to an end. Permanently.
So you want us to go stop them for you?
Believe me, I wouldn't turn to you two unless I was desperate. I'm essentially putting the fate of billions into the hands of people I didn't even know existed until my agents called me a few hours ago. If you don't help us, we're sunk.
Okay, we'll bite. What's their plan?
I assume that you're aware of the story of Noah's flood.
Well, of course. The world was evil, so God sent a flood to destroy it. Only Noah and his family survived on an ark with 2 of every kind of animal.
Exactly. Up until recently, I will readily admit to not believing in that particular story. Now, though, I'm not so sure. The hypersphere apparently also has the ability to transcend time. Shadow and Pathogen were trying to harness that ability when they were exposed to its radiation. They seem to have since refined their tactics. They plan to take over the world, not by conquest, but by going back in time to Noah's flood.
How do you know this?
We hacked into their logs. Now, Shadow's rather secretive, but Pathogen is, or perhaps was, a dedicated record keeper. His logs detail their plan to take over Noah's Ark. They then merely have to sit out the storm. Once it subsides and everyone else is dead, then they can rule the world. Their descendants repopulate the earth, and everyone from then on runs things like they want. Once they've established an alternate timeline, they'll use the hypersphere to come back to our time, where they will rule as absolute dictators. Of course, they'll have to recreate themselves to ensure that the new timeline stays intact, but with Pathogen's DNA-altering abilities, that shouldn't prove to be difficult for them. Quite ingenious when you think about it.
How do you propose we stop them? I mean, I already fought Shadow once and lost majorly. Do you even know where they are?
Well, that's the problem. We have no idea where they might be. Both of the laboratories they previously worked out of have been searched, and both of their homes have been searched, and nothing was found at either one of those locations. They've simply disappeared.
You obviously have some sort of tracking method. Why not use the same method you used to find us?
Because Pathogen uploaded a virus into the system. See, he altered his own DNA to look like one of our agents, and then he caused the machine to be a one-time use. We used it, we found you two, and then it went offline. We have no way of tracking them.
Then how in tarnation do you expect us to stop them?
We have agents out scouring the land looking for them. Until then, we want you two to stay ready to move at any given time.
Of course, we'll be ready to help the moment we can.
Just out of curiosity, what happens to the hypersphere once the 2 scientists are stopped?
More than likely, it will be destroyed. We were going to continue studying it, but logic states that would be a bad idea.
I see.
Troy.
would you feel like?
Just don't.
Okay.
Don't what? I haven't said anything since you left that agent's office, and neither of you.
I saw your face back there. You didn't have to say anything. You're not gonna give them back the hypersphere. Not if it means that they're gonna hurt it or destroy it.
And what's the problem?
The problem is you've started worshipping it. You let it control you just like it controls those two scientists.
Look, just stay out of this part of my life. You're meddling where you shouldn't be meddling. Look, you can give me advice on schoolwork, you can give me advice on economics, but stay out of this part of my life.
This is where you need the most advice. You just have to face the fact.
Look, you can either drop this, or you can go face shadow and disease all by yourself.
Can't beat him without you, and you can't beat him without me. So I'll drop it.
Good. I don't suppose you have any good ideas? I, for one, don't like waiting around for the government to find something, and I know you don't either.
Actually, I do have one.
All right. So, why exactly did you request to come here?
Well, we already know that Shadow can do that cloaking thing. So what if he just hid the laboratory from the agents?
So, neither one of us have X-ray vision. What makes you think we're going to be able to find this if they couldn't?
Well, you can see the space-time continuum, right?
Well, yes.
You can use your vision to see if there's any hidden doors or the like.
Yeah, sure.
Looks like we've got company.
The agents?
No, those two people we fought back in Kansas. One of them's got power, so he might be able to see through my disguises.
What do we do then?
I hate to rush things. The longer we stay here, the better chance we are of being discovered. Open the portal.
Now?
Yes, now. Go ahead and go through. I'll stay behind and finish them off if they find this place.
Fine by me. Just remember, you only have 15 minutes. By the time I open that portal to the time the water hits, get caught outside the ark, you'll know what that means.
Quiet.
Do you hear something?
You know? I think I do.
I think it's coming from downstairs.
But this place doesn't have a basement. At least, there are no doors.
Could you make one?
Make one. Okay.
A door, your own personal access point.
Well, maybe if I try.
Please try. If they succeed, we're as good as dead.
Shoot, they got quite the setup going on in here.
Fools. You fools should know better than to try and cross us. We will succeed no matter how hard you try. Now you must die.
Quick, go through! Pathogen must be on the other side. Troy?
Troy!
Oh, right. Pathogen? I know you're out here. Stop you!
You won't! You just want the hypersphere! I want control!
God, I need your help. I've been relying on my own power, and the power of the hypersphere. Lord, I can't beat these guys alone. If we can't stop them, the entire world's going to die. Please, help me. Quick, shut it down.
I can't. Even directly connected to the computer, there's too much security. I can't bypass it all.
Look, you have to. When the water hits that portal, it might not cause worldwide flooding, but it'll certainly be enough to drown most of the county.
I'm trying, as I said. I don't think it's gonna work. We better start running.
We'll never escape the water. Stand back.
What?
Just do it. Okay, now we run.
Do I even want to know what you did just back there?
I destroyed it.
The hypersphere? But I thought you wanted it more than anything else.
Well, priorities change, sometimes drastically. You know what you were gonna say back there, right before those agents barged in?
Yeah.
Well, I think I figured it out. Right. Talk to God.
You nailed it. Well, you didn't exactly nail the exit, but close enough.
You know what? I don't think I can warp things anymore. Destruction of the hypersphere must have taken the powers.
I don't think I have my power either. It's for the better, you know.
Yeah. Well, spare me the lecture. I couldn't be happier.
Phone's on silent.
That might be a good thing to share.
See, there's your blooper right there.
A couple of the other people's might have. I missed her head. I don't want to be able to rub.
What problem?
Hold on. My brain is going everywhere.
I'm sorry. I just drew a blank.
Ha! Fail!
thing is, when I'm near it, I feel...
You feel what? You feel connected to it? That's not right. There's no way. I really don't remember. The point is, even if you can warp space-time, whatever, you still need Jesus. You're still human. I totally botched that.
What? Let's try that again.
You know, I feel like I finally understand this thing.
I feel the same way. Apparently that fourth exposure to the radiation.
Fourth,
Go away.
Look at that cat. Look at that cat. It's so adorable.
Get.
I'll get
Yep. Get
This
that.
isn't working. Go. Out. Go.
No.
Hold that thought. You two are insane.
Straight face practice.
Hey, don't look at me.
Smile off your face. You're smiling. What are you?
Hold that thought. You two are insane. Plotting to take over the world. You two must have the most diverse skill sets.
You're not happy.
Hold. No, thank you. I try to only play with power that I can.
You're smiling again.
Son of a gun,
Sorry.
it's not that hard.
look away.
I'm a happy person. I'm sorry.